Academic Coordinator at Annamalai School, Alipur, and I also work as spoken English teacher from grade 1 to 5. So let's learn today about classroom management. Now everybody is aware of classroom management because
We are teachers.
because we are being trained about it, right? Are we not trained?
Yes.
Yeah, we are trained. Everybody is a trained professional here. We are just not taking our SSC and coming and sitting here just to teach like that. Everybody has completed their diploma in education or maybe bachelor's in education. This is what we learned in these years. That is classroom management. If you want your class to be effective, if you want your class to be if you want your class to be motivated, if you want your class results, whatever it is your teaching outcomes, it should be classroom management practice should be perfect. Like each one of us are dealing with this every day, isn't it?
Yes.
And there are so many problems which arise during classroom management. Though we are skilled, though we are educated about it, sometimes it is very difficult to tackle classrooms. So let's learn few strategies. First, let me tell you what is classroom management, how it will help. Classroom management is nothing, it is a technique that a teacher uses to attract her students or to attract any learner, be it anyone. So classroom management will help the teacher to engage the students.
Keeping busy.
To engage the students in learning process. If we know the knowledge of classroom management, our work will reduce. Because if ideal classroom is something that when we give our 100%, but there is no achievement in that. Students are not able to focus what we are teaching because there will be some issues with that. Maybe our practice is not working properly. So what it will help us to engage the students in learning process? Proper classroom management practice will give us good academic results. Isn't it? It will help us in achieving good academic result. And it will help us to make the students focus on what is being taught. Effective classroom management has few strategies. So let us learn few strategies that make our classroom effective. So it's not like we came and we just said something, we explained something and then we asked questions and we went. There is a generation gap between us and between the learners, between the students. Isn't it?
Yes.
There is a lot of generation gap. It depends on, we learned the traditional methods, but there are now hands-on learning. We say experiential learning. Now the learners' demand is different from the previous learners. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So let us learn few strategies. That we can use for classroom management. Number one is attention, that is grab. This is, how many of you think that this is quite
Very
tactful?
essential.
This is very essential, but it is tactful also. We have to be very much keen on each and every one, whether who's listening to you, who's not listening, what is the need of the learner, why is not able to see, why is not able to cope up. So first, how we can grab the attention. I'm going to teach you few techniques that we can use during our class. So what happens? Every time one teacher leaves the class, the other teacher will come, there will be a chaos in the class, isn't it? Yeah. So to handle that, we need to adopt few things. First of all, attention grabbing techniques have to be clearly set to the instruction to be given to the students. Like, okay students, whenever my period is there, whenever I am coming, you have to do this. So number one is clap.
In
In
that
this
parts.
okay, clapping.
Sound matters here a lot.
Clapping. So let's learn the clapping pattern. I am going to just show you one pattern. You can create a see that this is a chaotic class. The children are messing up with each other. They are not like focusing. You have come. One thing that we traditionally do is just silent method, which we just come, stand here, and we just start staring at students. Students will observe, isn't it? And they find that something is different today. Ma'am is angry. So we grab their attention. So that is one traditional method that we are using. Clapping pattern is that you can take. All of you can just listen to the pattern. You have to repeat it. Please repeat. This pattern you can also use. You can create your own pattern. This is especially for high school students. Okay, for primary also you can clap by counting like. Okay, students, can you all raise your hands or can you all stand up and just clap 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And whenever you see that you are explaining, your class is disturbed. Because of one child also, the whole class will get disturbed. Isn't it? Yeah. We face this problem every day. That time also, it's not like starting only we have to use this. Anytime, when you see that, yeah, what I am explaining, it's not effective, children are not able to grab, you can use this. So, one clapping pattern is this. 1, 2. Please repeat. 1, 2. You can also create your own clapping pattern. The next one is 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. This is very important when you are explaining. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Students should say this teacher has to repeat at least 2 times or 3 times. Students will say 1, 2. Eyes on you. I am going to do this. I am going to say this. Please repeat this. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on you.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on you.
You can use your fingers as well. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. 1, 2.
Eyes on you.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Then we can use focus, focus, everybody focus. So teacher will repeat focus, focus. The student has to say everybody focus. At the initial stage, students will love this. I am telling you, 100% you can get good response from the students. You have to make them to use to it. Even when you are outside, you say, oh students, they should do that time only. So you should make them practice this. The other one is focus, focus. This teacher will say and the students will say, everybody focus. Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Then the other one is, this is especially for the primary ones. For the primary teachers, you can use this. Eyes, eyes. You have to say eyes as. You have to take your students to say like, look at the teacher. Eyes, eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Eyes, eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Eyes, eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Then ears, ears.
Hear the
Listen to
teacher.
the teacher.
Listen to
Ears, ears.
Listen to the teacher.
Ears, ears.
Listen to the teacher.
Ears, ears.
Listen.
And one more, we have seen that teacher is explaining. One child is looking like this, the other one is sitting like this, the other one is holding the hands on the head like this. This is what classroom management is about. You have to make the students like hands. On my desk. If I want my students, if I see that I am explaining, then students are not seated properly, they are not sitting properly, you can say hands on my desk. Please sit like this. Yeah. Whenever you are explaining, that time you have to say the students to sit comfortable. And this is one of the best way to sit comfortably. The class, even if ma'am is coming, even if sir is watching, somebody is going around on the rounds, they can see that even you will be satisfied, like each and everybody's focus will be on you. And the child will also get used to it. They will be having this practice of sitting properly. This is all we have observed. Students don't sit properly. And you also don't feel like this is your home. How are you sitting? Sit properly. This is not your sofa. You are sitting like this. Now lie down. This is what I use.
Sometimes
Why you want to sit like this?
girls will
Do
like
one thing.
lean on the other
Come
girls
here.
also.
Lie down on this bench. Don't we
Especially
use
high
that?
school girls do that.
Instead of that, we have to give clear instructions for the students. Surely they'll follow. What I do is I say hands on lap. They sit like that. But we can say this one because we will be explaining. This will be very helpful. Again, can we repeat this?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, clapping pattern. Then the next one is 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Eyes.
Look at the teacher.
Ears.
Listen to the teacher.
Ears.
Listen to the teacher.
Hands.
On my desk.
Hands.
On my desk.
So these are the attention grabbers that we can use in our class. So do you have any doubt regarding this? Or you also can
Can
it's
create
not like
new,
this only.
grabbing
It's better
techniques
according to you. According to your learner, you can.
Now we follow that, as she said that when we entered the class silently we stare on that is what technique is. When I took the class we were talking. Have you noticed it? What did I do the first time? Clap. One big clap again. Sound technique is very useful to grab the students in their places. They'll be like shocked. You see suddenly a teacher is coming and shouting or yelling. Instead of shouting and yelling, use your hands. Why to yell and make the students mood spoil? You don't want to spoil the
We
mood.
should be like
So
a
we
smart
should do-
teacher. We should
Ah,
be
like
like
that.
hard.
So I just clapped and grabbed your attention.
And
Only
one
one
more-
clap was enough.
If the class is chaotic, we can just come and you can see that usually the front row people, front row students will be active. They will be alert that yeah, students are.
And one more thing,
We
we
can
can
say
take
yes.
all the front
We
row
can just-
students. Only good learners
We can
sit
say-
in front. No, not like that.
No, we should not do like that.
We should not do that.
We should not do
Good
that.
learners should be at the back actually.
The next
Or
step.
mixed.
Ma'am, it's coming. The next step. After attention grabbing, next step will be seating purpose.
You have brought so many topics down.
If you want to use this right now. This is like fun feeling. Students love fun. Even we will enjoy and doing this one. Our like hands and all will become stiff. Sometimes we are writing continuously. Sometimes we can do like action words also. And one more thing is when you see that first row or the second row is active, you have come there notice. Yes. Slowly. Okay. It is not important that you should make your voice louder and then only you should sing. Okay, you can say kachavas. And you can see that these people will be doing the backside who are making noise. They will become alert. Like some people do kachavas. Slowly. Then when they will be doing the action, they will come to know, yeah, she is doing, they are doing something. That means we should also see. like what they are doing, then they will also be alert. This is one practice. One more, the next one is after attention grabbing, seating allotment. It's not usually they say that it's class teacher who should be responsible for seating arrangement, right? This is not.
Even class teacher not maintain the same.
Yeah.
Teacher not knowledge you maintain.
Yeah. What we have to change that. We have to break that stereotype. We should say that no. Why? According to my subject, she is having the need. Let her come and sit. According to the other subject, she is having the need. And we should always not show any kind of partiality.
Yes. First this thing. No partiality.
This should be avoided. As a teacher, we should never be partial. Okay, we should never be biased. So we should treat each and every child as equal because everybody is taking peace. Everybody is with equal. There's no caste.
We should not do this.
We should not do this. Okay,
But
everybody is
that
equal.
doesn't come under our dictionary about
Yeah,
partiality.
as a teacher, we should not have any grudges towards the student. Like, okay, she used to bring her parents and fight with me. I am not going to make her to sit here in the front. Let him go back. This should not be happening. As a teacher, it will happen. It is a human behavior. Psychology of the human, like we have this in the mind. Like this parent is always fighting with us, isn't it? But that should not be there in your heart. It will remain. It's human behavior. We can't help it, but we can erase it though. So seating allotment should not be based on any kind of preferences, except the preference of studies. If the child is lagging in anything, any subject, it's okay. You can ask them. You can tell them. If the child is not, as ma'am said, they won't listen. Unless it is class teacher, oh my class teacher made me to sit here, I'll be sitting here. It's true. We have noticed. Let's tell them, no, we have to do like this.
Even you are a
Examine the
teacher, your
child
daughter
right.
is there in your school also.
Yeah.
Even though you are a teacher of that school, she did not listen. She listened only to the class.
Class teachers. That is what it is having. We
Class
have
teacher is God for them. Understood? Her?
even
We are
as a
nothing.
class
Parents are
teacher.
nothing. Like that.
As a class teacher also, we have to say that this week maybe we can shuffle it weekly. If not, at least 15 days
Once.
once. Those 3 rows will come in the front, then these 3 rows will go at the back.
Just back
Like
push.
that.
Put them there.
Each and everybody should be happy. I'm telling you, this will satisfy your students. Like, yeah, I am given importance. That is what students see from a teacher. The importance you give. They are better judges. We may say we don't do partiality, we are impartial. But I'm telling you, students judge. Even our teachers, whatever they did, they appreciate it. We don't keep it in our mind. Don't we remember? No. Remember one incident that any teacher has done to you, or anyone emotionally you felt bad, maybe abusing or something, you remember till now, don't you?
Yes.
And same thing happens with the child. And then these people are very much soft. Their heart will be like a dough. And whatever we fill it, it's gonna remain until we done. So as a
This
teacher,
is the age of molding. When
molding.
you mold the child properly, it will grow automatically.
If we go negatively, if we go to the negative method, if we keep our photo, whatever our imprint should be positive on the child, it should not be negative. He should not think that, yeah, my teacher is always like that, she is partial.
Always telling you.
Okay, always telling me, always
taking
catching me.
This
This
should
should
not happen.
not. And this also
Yes.
comes under seating allotment. It's very important. So you see that you shuffle your students and
Even shouting
once a
also
week is
can be done in a happy way. You should not say as if you are showing your fear or anger on her. You should just laugh and show your
The next one is
anger. But they should think she's angry but not feel for it.
next one is ideal behavior. Ideal behavior of the learner is important. Ideal behavior of the teacher is also important as well. Why? Because the student is observing you. How you are getting dressed, isn't it?
Yes.
What you are wearing, how you are speaking, Whenever
gestures,
your
your
gesture,
style,
how
they
you are
imitate.
teaching, what are the things you are using, what is your language, what is your expression. It is not necessary that I abuse a child with my language. Even with expression also they are doing, isn't it? So that should not be repeated. Ideal behavior is how I will speak with my principal ma'am when the students will see they are coming, she is coming, how I deal with her, how I deal with the admin, how I deal with the co-teachers and everything. So they will follow you, you are an ideal for them. So you should also see that the behavior, your behavior towards their parents. How your behavior is towards the parents, it's very important. That thing they are not going to forget in their lifetime. You know, that day, ma'am scolded my mother. I can't forget it. And how emotionally they will be dealing with it. Even they may fall in depression. So we should be very careful. As a teacher, we should behave, we should respect the parents. There is everything. I can understand. The child is not studying up, but parents are not responsible for that. Right? Maybe parents are saying this
So
childishness.
you have so good words in English for becoming an ideal personality with your students. Example, you use these words for darling. Why are you doing this? In spite of that, they will think, oh, ma'am is calling me darling.
In my lesson that I used to laugh.
Oh dear, why?
Darling.
Like that. Okay.
Oh,
They are doing mistake, we know, but we are using such words. They get impressed to us.
Like as a
They
teacher,
don't want. They want us to come always because teacher is calling me darling in spite of me.
शादीशुदा alternate जूनम ऐसे
क्योंकि तो हमको इंप्रेस होती बच्चे उससे तुम्हारे अट्रैक्ट होती तुम्हारे टीचर से तुम्हारा छोड़ेंगे चले अच्छा नहीं करने वाले का
Nadia, you have any doubt here? Okay, sorry, I didn't get you. This is what we can add. Polite words
Behavior.
have a long-lasting effect as harsh words do. Harsh words will never go unpunished. Polite words will leave your last impression.
You have this lesson also
Okay.
polite words.
The next is framing.
Whatever we do.
Thank you.
You see that
welcome.
whatever you are
Oh,
doing, your students
thank
are
you.
observing. Be it with their parents, be it with your fellow students, be it with your colleagues, be it with your management or anyone it is, students are observing. You
Instead
are
of calling her fat, you can say, oh, chubby, come here. It looks nice for her. She feels oh, so good.
dolls. Dolls you see at the princesses. Okay,
Princess, doll,
wow, what
darling.
all these words will add on to them. Okay, the next one is framing rules. This is also very important. Framing rules. What is that? We have to specify that. We have to give them clear instructions. As you all did, like I am going to teach, I am going to ask you questions. This is what rules is. You can frame the rules of your classroom like, okay student, I am a language teacher. Before I come, your textbook should be open. You need to have a pencil and eraser in your hand. When I do the lesson and I teach you, just underline the new word which you wrote. Okay, then you can explain. Then homework, okay, I am giving you this much homework, I need it this. I am giving you time. Okay, next day she didn't do, this is the last chance I am giving you. Already we are doing it. It's not like we are punishing. Nobody is enemy. Are we the enemies of the students? No. We are doing it only for the betterment. But see that we should not become an enemy in the eyes of the students and the parents as well. So we should balance. Balancing is very important. We have to deal with the management which is always forcing because they want a good result, they want the good behavior in the students. As a teacher, we have to face both the pressures from the students also, from the parents also, from even the management. So that will enhance. It is making us a stability. It will give us stability. It will take time, but surely we will become stable at one point. Then we will come to know how we have to deal with what type of learning. So framing rules should be like according to your subject, you have to define the rules, and they should know. Some like Lakshmi was there. I loved her idea. Like she has a rule like before she enters the class, student have to recite the poem, whichever she says. Like she will say this poem you have to by heart, and before like as soon as the other teacher goes, when it's her period, students start reciting the poem. So it just framing rules. According to your
And I have kept a rule, bench wise, full poem should be recited silently. Relative means only one bench will recite, then the next bench, then the next bench. Like that till I come, the whole benches will get recited and they will start. When I come, I can start the lesson. The time also will not be wasted and students will get focused. The rules should be kept. That is, framing rules is important in the subject.
you know that what are the rules you need to set up. You can set
Your
up
wish, ready to
your
start.
wish. Okay, Javeria ma'am was there. She used to stand there outside and she used to count 1, 2, 3, and everybody should be silent. So it was all rules. According to our subject, we can define the rules. Next is punishment. Punishment should be given for whole class. What do you think? Do you justify the statement that punishment should be given to the whole class? What do we do usually? We give the punishment for the whole class. You stand there. You are not supposed to come to the class. One girl will be there at least who haven't done anything. Why is she suffering? Isn't it? Are we doing it right? That girl will think, why am I given this punishment when I have not done anything? Why whole class? Give the punishment for the one who deserves. Why did I deserve this punishment? Did I was sitting quietly? This question had arisen previously. Ma'am also knows. One girl was there, Zainab Alfara, she came from UK. So, few teachers, they gave mass punishment for the whole class. She was also made to stand. Then she went to her mother and she complained, why am I given the punishment? Why was I given the punishment? I was not involved in any such kind of activity which disturbed the teacher, but I was involved in the punishment. So while you give the punishment, you see that you don't give the mass punishment. This will create a negative impact. Punishment is a negative impact, I will say, in the student's mind. So the learners who are good in learning, they will also get affected. Next one is offering praise. Offering praise.
What kind of punishment can we give for the students? Like high school?
See, punishment should not be given. You can give them work.
According to their subject, they can give.
A child is disturbing you, give her any work. Okay?
Written work, give work.
Come and written work. You can give written work.
1 to 10, that also not 100 times.
You can give impositions.
The words one started there.
Ma'am, I have given 2 to 21 a table 5.
Tables, theorem.
Make her stand and tell her to put the tables.
Yeah, ma'am.
That is a fear.
5 days continuously she was standing. Ma'am, Subha,
They can know.
As a teacher, what step have you taken, ma'am? She said, as a teacher, what step you have taken? She
No,
said,
for her I have given 2 to 21 the table starting itself. One time,
Not at home,
one time,
immediately
twice,
you tell to
thrice.
write.
Then one time I have increased when
In the
she
class.
stand.
So in
I
class, you
can not
have
study,
taken.
no problem. 1 period
Yeah.
won't go wasted.
When she was standing,
But she
one
should
time,
change her
one
mind.
time. First one time increased, then twice times, then thrice times.
What you have to do for that, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you have to do for that. See which is a favorite period. Cut it off. And see if it is a games period. You see that tomorrow you have to
Go and send her. Computer
You have to
game.
sit in my class and you have to come and sit. Otherwise, you have the break period, no?
They like those
You are not
break.
going to have break. Sit. You have
Correct,
punishment.
she is doing it. What she is doing is right.
That was not real
And toilet break plate cancel. Yes.
As we discussed before,
Apart from that,
wow, wonderful. We have to like even if the child is giving you the broken answer. Wow, wonderful. You did it
Very
very
good.
well.
Very nice.
Please
Try next time.
Very good. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay. Okay. Fine. If the child is saying there are 3 states of
See, some children are she came to Textile, for example. I gave her poem to learn. 3 days it took to learn for one stanza. But she said, she came and said, she said correctly. I told, saying first, then writing is very important every time. When she said in front of everyone and to me, I first appreciated her. Very good, how she has learned within 3 days. So clap hands for her. I said, just, she was so happy. Her smile was wide. She became very proud of herself. She was walking like this. Afterwards, she's walking like this only, as if she's not a duller at all. Her attitude changed all of a sudden. I noticed that. Oh, she's behaved. Oh, we should praise her and make her come into dealing, but not scolding her. That is the technique for us to make out. We found out.
Then the next one is peer teaching. Peer means
Group.
no. Peer means the student will teach the other students. We call peer for student. If peers teaching. If you think that the student who is good at studies can teach your student who is not, yeah, they can take the help, and this is very helpful. This is like it will reduce your work.
Work also they will revise different times.
But
स्टाफ रूम में फैन चलता था यूकेजी में हमें बैठे थे ना वो रूम में फैन
नहीं दूसरे टीचर्स भी बैठे थे.
स्टाफ रूम में तो
Who came last? Staff room who came last? Nobody will answer.
अब फैन चलता था चल रहा
नहीं भी मर गया
मेरे परसों भी चालू था.
लास्ट में
नहीं चलता था.
करंट नहीं था डाले सब
अबे खाली बुकालेला कागज से.
मैम बाबा नॉट देयर
Okay. We all know what you do. That day also first time when I was on it. I even switched off in third view also. 2 times I told Marcia also for a day. Send your children by
My children no my that time you told me but other class that
मी एंड मध्या केम दिखे
that time it was not working fan.
negative, what we will have a negative impact. You should never use punishment. If you use also, there are punishment like imposition. As I said, you punishment like you are not doing this, you don't eat your break. Okay, you are not doing this, you are not snacks. Everybody listening.
break cannot be eaten. You are not allowed for a break.
Your break time is cancelled. You can say that.
The toilet going is cancelled.
She brought a bread. How that? Okay, we are then punishment can be like them. Okay, you are your favorite class is computer class. You are not allowed to do computer. So this is how we can get punishment. Not hitting, scolding, yelling. Then we have to end up in behind the bars. If we hate,
some students are there,
Yeah.
they will not listen to the lovely words.
no, there is
It's a challenge they will.
It's not like that.
You use that. But you are not from the
Not like
face.
that. Students will-
Example, अंतर याका अमरीन में
Amrin also was listening. Afterwards, again and again, she complained about the child. No, she becomes fed up. She wants to go.
Offering praise is something that is not static. It should be repeated again and again. Then only it will happen. If you say once, very good girl, she won't listen. You have to repeat it. Offering praise is something that should be a repeated activity. It should not be something that have to be one time. You said you are very good and stuff. She is not going to continue it. You have to keep pampering. Then only it will happen.
Every child, even we need pampering sometimes. As so big human beings, we need pampering. Always.
But nobody pampering us.
Their mentality is different from us. We cannot be equal to their mentality. Our mentality mature. They are now only growing. We should come down to them, down to earth and see what their problems are. And one more information: those who have not given money for Muskan's marriage can give the money now.
Next, peer teaching. Peer teaching, student will teach the other student. That is called peer teaching. If there is a
This technique is very good actually.
this works a lot, it will reduce your work. And this can be applied in high school. Primary teachers.
High school, even primary and primary, you should say the child, whatever that they do, come here and teach.
Yeah.
Next time you get she will imitate to ask.
They will do.
They can do.
It's really very
for
effective.
small children, but yeah, maybe they could also do that. The next one is seminars. Giving seminars, giving a student a topic, a particular topic to a student. Divide the students like this is a chapter. This part you are going to explain. This part you are going to do. This part you are
And one
going
more
to
thing,
do.
Mr. Yes, seminars are given okay, but teachers what they are doing? They are giving seminars, not I've seen in high school. But what they do is, after explaining, you should give seminar, not before explaining. Yeah, because a student doesn't know what is that matter itself. They have to search from Google or this, they do something, but it won't be absolutely right there. So you give seminar for the purpose of learning. But I have seen few teachers, not now, before. One teacher was there, I don't want to take the name. She used to give seminar, but not teach them. She'll say, you do this topic. They'll come and do, and repetition is not done in them. So how the children will understand the student? Children will understand the teacher only, not the student. Student is to just rectify whether she is doing correctly the seminar, and the other students are capable to understand that once again. That is important of seminar. Seminar means it doesn't mean that you should give the topic and give to the students itself, and we should sit lethargically. Our work is over. She has done it. No, students will not understand. Other students what they are doing. They like teachers' work only. Understood? Teachers' work only they like. If we give seminar and leave it to their part, what the children will understand? You do one time, then tell them to do as I did the seminar of this part, or your own creation examples, etc. You bring extra things. You say.
The next one is usage of teaching aids. This is very important. We have to use proper teaching aids according to the lesson or the concept, so that student will grab it. You do a lesson without a teaching aid and comparing another lesson with the teaching aid, see which one will be effective. The lesson which we are using teaching aid, if we are using the teaching aid, then this will be effective because visuals, you know that if we read, it doesn't go mind. If you vision everything, that remains forever. That's why they give them like pictures and all to see. Why do the books have pictures? So that they remain at least
Even
something
teaching aid
mind.
includes like you have stories in languages. You can make them do a role play on the
Role play,
stage.
yeah.
It will visualize, they'll be practicing also those things and give them dialogues, write and give them dialogues. Let them learn and come those dialogues. Let them do on the stage. They will automatically know the
lesson is that.
English is king. No, we should give them the characters. We should tell them, encourage and tell them. Even a villain's character is very important in the play. Tell them and give them. Without that villain, the climax would have not created itself.
We can teach, but sometimes outside the students will teach them.
No, let them teach. See, we should encourage them. See, you are their audience. You are a teacher. Now you are doing that role play. Of course, a picture अच्छा रहा तो अच्छा पूरा होना चाहिए. Picture अच्छा नहीं तो टमाटर मारते हैं. समझ में आया? वैसा चाहिए भी लोग. करेंगे तुम्हें सबको सहारा आप रोल प्ले करना. ये तो नहीं. बेस्ट.
Number 10. Addressing the inappropriate behavior. Means you see that a child is not behaving properly. No discipline. They say no discipline, no manners, nothing. We have to address them. And once you notice that they are talking, they are not listening to you. After the class, please come, teacher, we speak. Can I speak a word with you? Okay, will you come?
I want to talk to you.
So, see this? Okay, I was explaining, you were not listening, you were talking something. Can I know what you are talking? Okay, do you have any doubt? No? Then why will you come? Address the behavior. I saw you are pushing somebody. Not that place only. No, ma'am, I didn't do that. I saw you pushing somebody. Why did you do that? As a teacher, we should address their inappropriate inappropriate behavior. Because if you don't enable to stop it, it is going to continue.
And inappropriate behavior should not be addressed in the class in front of
Yeah.
everyone.
Because
You address only, she becomes arrogant and she wants to do that obviously like a brain. So we should call her separately, sit and we teach her and counsel. She is a famous behavior
Means ಈ points ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ.
ಅದರೇನು ಇಲ್ವೇ?
offering help. Offering help. You know that each and every learner is different. As like we don't have the same fingers in our hand, like that. Each and everybody learning capabilities will be different. The child need of the learner will be different. We have to go according to their need. We should not go according to our comfort. We should offer a help for the students. Like, okay, students, you all do this art class. When we finish up the lessons, you say, okay, students, do you have any doubt? You can clear it. Okay, nobody will ask. No, this happens. But we can come to you. By how? By assessing. The final assessment we will do, we'll ask the question. We can come to know that this concept is not clear. This concept they are struggling. Then again, we have to work on it. And offering the help doesn't mean financial help. It is help. You should say, okay, students, I'm there. You don't know anything? Ask me. It's not like how many times I should tell you? 2 times, 3 times. This is the 4th time I'm explaining. Where was your mind? What were you doing? Body present, mind is absent? No. Okay, sometimes it will happen. That means you have to identify she's not listening to me. They both are talking. Excuse me. Okay. Do you need help in focusing? We can ask the question. Okay, excuse me. What happened? You are not able to concentrate. What happened there? Are you not feeling well? This is how we can address the students. Then the next is group, making the formation of groups. We can segregate the students into groups. This is done usually in 10th, I guess.
Yeah.
But in the whole, like, for most to get
Even adoption is done in groups.
groups,
A good learner is adopting 3 children in a group.
we can form groups in
This
students.
should be done after the portion completion.
Yeah. No, after the lesson completion also.
Yeah, after completion of any task it should be done. So discussion okay, but we should give less groups, not bigger groups. Big groups means it spoils the sport.
Then, now, by seeing the generation gap, what we learn and what the students now learn, you might have seen that students are not focusing on what we are telling because first it was 20 minutes. First, before when we were students at times, we could focus on the teacher for 20 minutes without any disturbance. Now you know the shots have come.
Yeah.
Okay, now the focus is only 30 seconds. Even the shot is about 30 seconds, it looks boring. Isn't it? As a teacher, we also see that. So, we have to see that what content we are giving. If they are not disturbed, the attention grabbing techniques we have to use again. Okay, student, I feel like you people are not. And the next one is time management. This is very
That in your lesson plans, if you plan for this time,
Yes.
that much time you should take for that lesson.
Yeah.
Not above that.
one chapter we'll do in 1 week, right? For notes and explanation, we give 1 week. You can divide the chapter into parts. First only, and give like, okay, first 5 minutes I will give some motivational activity for the students. So first 5 minutes I will do this, including the 2 minutes coming and going. So 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of this class I am going to do this. Next 20 minutes I am going to explain. The other 10 minutes I am going to recall it and ask questions. So you have to divide the time according to your
Right
concept.
and go before only your class will be successful.
So it should not exceed. If you have decided 20 minutes explanation, then you should give 20 minutes, you should stop. And you also explaining more and more, students will not be able to focus. As I said you, 7 minutes is the last focusing period now. For this generation, upcoming generation, it will decrease. Next
Upcoming
is,
generation, some other techniques will come. We have to
Now
adapt.
next
it.
is-
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೆಲವರು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಾರ್ದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಲೇಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಒಬ್ಬರೊಬ್ಬರು
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
Yeah.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
That is what
ಅವ್ರು
time
ಎಷ್ಟು
management.
particular time
when you give
ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
One more thing, ma'am.
PT period ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ.
Dictating should be done.
Yeah.
Dictating notes we are not doing. Why? Because time lacking. We tell the students to copy the notes.
Last year,
Yes, yes.
Ma'am,
only I will dictate.
Ma'am,
ನಾನು period ಬರೀ ಇದೆ.
see, what is now see,
Next
if
PT
you
period
want to dictate the notes, you should make us listeners. First, get your students to listen you. Attention grabbing techniques will help you in increasing the listening power of the students.
ಮಿಸ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ 15 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಲೇಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಮಿಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು.
No, yeah, that's happening too. But
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ
dictating
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
will
ನಮ್ಮ
help the
period.
students to concentrate. It will increase their concentration, so you can use dictating method. If any child is not knowing this word, if you feel that this word is hard, you can write it on the board. But
Hard words
this
write on
will
the board.
increase their concentration, their memory power also will increase. So dictating is very good activity for class. Then we have experiential learning, that is hands-on. Now this is the need of the hour. This is the need of the hour. Now whatever you are explaining, you give them experience about it. For example, if a teacher is teaching about digestive system, we have the lab, right? Bring it and say, okay, eat something. You know where it is going? You are bring an apple. Everybody will bring an apple tomorrow. Okay? This is my period. You are supposed to take a bite. The eating and sitting, the whole period will go on. Is it take a bite and keep it inside, chew it, then you can gulp it. Then what will happen? Then you can say bring some water. You can say, okay children, what will you bring? You took a bite of the apple, then your teeth worked in chewing that apple. Then it turned into small fragments. Then it turned into juice. It went to your esophagus, then it went to your stomach. The stomach will absorb all those juice, what your apple juice, what you have eaten, and that will turn up into glucose. Then the glucose will
Turn into
hold your
blood.
whole body. So that is experiential learning. Each and every subject we can do, each and every content we can do. What is how maths, how I can give experiential learning? Not for every topic, maybe some, right? You are teaching them selling and buying. You ask them to bring some things and show them this is the cost price, this is the selling price, this is the profit. You make them to sell. That is experiential learning. So the hands-on learning. So this is very much effective. Now each and every content, whatever you are giving. In social, what is experience? How can I do that? Okay, take the student to contest for the elections. Make the students to act
Become
like a
an
leader,
actor,
like
Or a
freedom
Hitler,
fighters.
you want to show the character of
Hitler, you can take
Can
this to
show.
Hitler, okay, and give them homework like they have to search. Don't give them ready-made homework. Please let the content be. One homework you give according to your book and all, because next they have to learn. But I'm telling you, one homework which should be related. Okay, constitution is there. Tell them go and see in the constitution. I told them today to watch Raid movie. They were asking what is like income tax department and all. And he explained. They said, what happens? Then I said they will come and raid. These ministers will be caught because they will be having they don't know what is black money. Then I explained. Then I said watch Raid movie and see where they will hide their black money and black property, whatever it is. So you give them information and sources.
They surely go and watch that.
Then surely go and watch. So that is you are becoming smart. In maths also you watch this. There is a YouTube channel. Gone are the days when we used to stick to the notes and the teacher. The students are very much pro. They are pro than us in everything. We don't know anything, but our children know everything. They can tell each and everything. My children also. If I'm learning in technology at least, I don't know how to make a PPT. My son has taught me yesterday. This is how I am laughing. There we are standing. That is a generation gap. We have to fill that generation gap.
I don't know
Otherwise,
how to make a YouTube channel. I used to complete. But Mama, I know that you only made my channel.
that's what. So that is
that surprise.
in the movie.
I know this is so fast here, you know. For them, it is fast here. I thought this is a big word.
That's what. We are technologically
Yes.
Yesterday I gave a word like, you know, Bhaji, I am technologically illiterate. Now you will be my teacher.
The corona taught us many
Technology. Many things. We did do so many things. But I am telling you, we need to update. Updating each and everything. Otherwise, it's going to be very much hard for us.
Difficult for us.
Upcoming students will expect something else. We will be having something else then. So it's better like we learn a lot. So many things we didn't knew. When teachers taught, we came to know, and it's so interesting. You feel everybody is having that like desire to teach. But now students also have the desire to learn the concept their method. You should not follow a teacher-centered curriculum. You know, our curriculum is student-centered. There are a lot of activities. Even in
Yes.
state government syllabus also there are
Activities are there
activities.
to be done.
But we don't have
Compulsory.
shortage of time is there. And I request management also, there should not be a extra pressure on the teacher. When the discussion is going on, if the class is little bit
Next
disruptive,
order, the
yeah.
disturbing class.
Yeah.
Our class is
That-
not.
That is what it is that. That's why creativity and high next is high order thinking skill.
Never I do that.
No, ma'am.
Never I do that.
No, only one come. No, others also
The others also come to their own.
Then I will explain them also. See, language classes should be a little bit entertaining. If you simply go on reading,
Not
they
not only language.
they don't like language.
All the classes.
And other classes also,
Interactive.
maths also. Sometimes she has to call, she has to clap, she has to do this. I don't know, you have to do.
ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಅವು
Every subject
ಪಾಪ
should
ಅವ್ರೇ
be
ಇನ್ನ
interactive.
They have to interact. How will we come to know they have to interact?
The next is defining our objectives of evaluation.
Always I was caught for pronunciation, this thing, poem, reading poem, making them reading, giving oral recitation. Always I am caught for that. Why are you doing so loud recitation? Why being a high school teacher, being a principal, you are
That's not.
why I am a principal? I first am a teacher, then became a principal. I know what the
But
techniques.
if
They can learn.
we are
So what I am
allowed.
doing now to solve the suggestion, I take either in special classes or else I do one on bench.
That is
That's
not
all.
personal.
Sound
That
will be less, or else I will close the doors and I will do.
It disturbs other
That is
classes.
sound reading.
Sure, sir.
But silently teaches students will do. But they are not
But
following silently, they are loud.
Silently in the sense, when we are there, we will close the doors and we will do one on bench.
But here we are not allowed to close the doors also. But I am telling you,
But since
interactive
space is
classes
less
will
here,
even
yeah,
ask
you have to
students.
extend
Standard students, they will shout.
We have to give, that means we are not giving like clear instructions for the students. We have to give them, we have to set the rules. Okay, you have to read but not loud. Slowly. We'll discuss, but you have to give them 2 minutes talking time. Talk. How much you can talk. It's only for 2 minutes. But slowly, slowly.
Madam is standing and taking away stop.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. It's 2 minutes.
will do
When we
like this,
see there
ma'am.
are disturbance in the class, let's talk. 2 minutes for talking. I'm going to give you 2 minutes time for talking. This is how it works. If we give them, if we train them properly, now the issues will arise. The next is high order thinking skills. You divide your questions into low order thinking skills, middle order thinking, high order thinking skills. Open-ended questions. There is no end for the question. For example, I said, I asked, what if you was a PM of this country? Like this. Okay, what if the airplane was not invented? What if the fan was not in? How was Stone Age? Yesterday my son was asking, you know, yesterday the power went, then he asked, you know, how they could have lived. You are shouting like, no power, these people will cut like this. Now they will be living, you know, it is so hard for them. And he asked me one question like, why the pillow was made, you know? And I said, no, I don't know. And he said, because Stone Age people used to live, sleep on the floor. These bugs around, they used to go inside their ears.
Yes.
So they made stone pillows and they slept on it. So we felt like, I don't know anything. This child is teaching me. So we have more to learn from students also. It's not like we are teachers. Sometimes they will be our teachers. It's just like balancing the system. So this is about classroom management. I have still the motivation next year or next class we will see. I hope this class was will be helpful to you.
Yeah.
If anything doubt is there, you can ask. As I also came to that, does your teaching can be adopted in primary also? This is what I learned today. Thank you.
point इधर attention